What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at a move update for Ice Fang on Feraligatr in the new Dual Destiny season. I've been very excited about this because obviously with the introduction of the barrel, um, Feraligatr is definitely going to fall off a little bit this season just because of how hard it counters it. And the meta shifting a little bit as well, like Ice Fang Steelix. I mean, sorry, not Ice Fang, Thunder Fang Steelix. Just there's been a slight shift in the meta, and it's definitely going to make Feraligatr a little bit harder to deal, just to work with as a safe swap. However, it did get a little bit of a move update. It has access to Ice Fang, and Ice Fang got buffed to a counter clone this season. Not a previous counter clone, a current counter clone. So what Annihilate uses right now, so it's the same energy and damage. And we know Annihilate's pacing is not great, right? I believe it's like 6 counters to a Rage Fist, which is a 35 energy move. Hydro Cannon's even more expensive than that, so it's a 40 energy move, I believe. So Ice Fang, as terms of energy generation, is not great, but it does do a lot of damage, and it does help you flip a couple matchups. And we're going to look at that today. Right off the bat, I'm simming here on PvPoke the difference between Shadow Feraligatr with Shadow Claw and Ice Fang. So the top one is Shadow Claw, the bottom one is Ice Fang. You can see Ice Fang definitely loses a lot more matchups, and the average rating goes down a lot. So definitely PvPoke suggests it's a downgrade. But you do pick up Clodsire in the ones, as well as Mandibuzz, Jumpluff, and Licky Licky. That being said, you're basically anything where Shadow Claw was either neutral or super effective and is now resisted, you're going to do worse. So Annihilate, where it was super effective, Azumarill, Dugong, where it was neutral. Drapion is interesting. That's probably just a pacing thing. I guess even shield, even energy, maybe you win CMP. Assuming they don't bait, maybe you win that. I'm not really sure. But then you are losing the mirror and Feraligatr. Now losing Guzzlord is interesting. Maybe because you were baiting a Hydro and then making it to an Ice Beam, take it out. Now maybe that can't be the case. And just going Ice Fang Hydro isn't enough. Not really sure. But let's just take a look at it in action because I know it's early season, early days, but we saw some very interesting um, wins with this. Okay, so bad lead in the first match, Ampharos. We're going to switch into Jumpluff because this is our softer answer. And then they come in with a Quillfish. So just going to go straight for the Energy Ball here. We're pairing it with a very meta backline, bulky Pokemon in the back that resist most of Feraligatr's weaknesses in grass and electric, pretty much. So we're just going to play out this matchup. I do decide to shield because I think I can flip switch now that I've gotten them into Air Release range. Quillfish is pretty glassy, so we landed the Energy Ball, just going to go straight Air Release now. But I think I do end up letting this go after grabbing both shields. I was satisfied with that, and they're actually running Sludge Wave, which is kind of crazy. Fortunately, Ice Fang does do a little bit more damage here, so we'll have an easier time farming down. They just build up to the Aqua Tail, so I'm more than comfortable letting this go. And then they actually get to another Aqua Tail, so that's pretty annoying. But we will take that. It's the Ampharos. I probably will shield. I believe they should be Energy Dry after this. And they actually catch on a Primeape, which is fine because Clodsire has a great matchup into both. So we just come in with the Clodsire. This can only be an Ice Punch at worst, but I don't believe they even farmed up to it. Yeah, just a Rage Fist. Take that out. Ampharos, they can throw a Trailblaze here, but we're actually going to outpace to the Earthquake. And we're going to take the first match with Ice Fang Feraligatr. So didn't really see much play from Ice Fang Feraligatr in that match, to be honest. It kind of just got carried by the backline. Marowak. So I'm going to actually stay in this lead, even though it's not great because they don't know what I'm running. And then they come in with Blastoise. I take a while before getting into my Jumpluff there, which isn't great because I know Blastoise does have access to Ice Beam, so I will respect this. It's actually a Skull Bash, and so their defense rises. I don't think I've seen anyone running a Blastoise with a Skull Bash, but a super effective Energy Ball actually doesn't take out. Blastoise is tanky, so but we actually are able to get to the Aerial Ace as well, and they give us Switch. Um, and then we're just going to farm up here. Just go for the Aerial Ace. They're going to let us get to another one. They're going to have to throw a Shadow Bone here to take us out. A Bone Club is triple resisted, so and we're going to get to another move. So here probably comes the Shadow Bone. It is just the Bone Club, so we're actually going to make it to another Aerial Ace. So at this point, this game, now we actually grab the Shield Bash, we come back in with Feraligatr, and look, so this is a matchup where it's like, okay, great, we're doing super effective damage, but they're doing super effective Raise Relief, so it's not great. But we do farm up, we grab that shield, and then we just come in with the Clodsire. They will get off a Leaf Blade, but we're just going to farm up a little bit, go for the Sludge Bomb when we get to the back-to-back, or like one short maybe. Take out the Victory Bell. Yeah, we're one short, but that's fine. We can just shield this. They do have a lot of energy here, but they did just throw a Bone Club, so we can just one in the move. Earthquake will easily take out from this range, and we're able to take that game. So them not knowing our fast move in the first match was kind of nice. Okay, this is another instance where, I mean, Ice Fang does a lot of damage, and then they come in with Ferrothorn, right? And then I go for the Power Whip catch onto the jump left. So that is double resisted. Sorry, trainer, did not mean to do that to you. And then look at the Ice Fang damage that we did on that Ferrothorn actually wasn't bad. But you can already see in these matchups, even though I go overwhelmingly positive, it's just because it's early days. Like Feraligatr with Ice Fang is not really, it hasn't benefited it once really yet. It's made the pacing slower, and then they come in with Talonflame. I didn't even realize that they were on Fire Spin at first, but we can actually come back in with the Feraligatr, make sure we're timing our moves correctly, get off this Hydro, and they do let that go. So let's see what they come back. Oh, they come in with the Ferrothorn. At this point, we can just one shield farm them down, so I think that's exactly what we're going to do. And what is that Pokemon in the back? It is a Morpeko. Okay, so this is a matchup where it's nice not having resisted Shadow Claws, but our pacing is worse. Fortunately, we do have an energy advantage, and they're going to let us get the two moves. So at this point, we can just probably come back in. We're going to come just in with the Clodsire, and my opponent knows they would have to go for a Psychic Fangs and then an Aura Wheel, so they know that matchup's a loss. Okay, so this is a bad lead. So we actually come in Jumpluff. We bait out their own Clodsire, and we're going to get off this Energy Ball. This does about 1/3 of their HP. Let's see what they've got for super effective move. This Clodsire looks tiny, by the way. They've got Stone Edge. That will two-shot us. Going to get off another Energy Ball here, and just kind of keep farming to force their energy. Fortunately, this is a situation where we can come back in with Clodsire once they take us out. I mean, not Clodsire, with Feraligatr. I actually undercharge this because I don't want them to take any damage from this, because I want to come in with Feraligatr and Ice Fang farm them down, which works out perfectly. We get a little bit of extra energy. So that way, if they come in with the Azumarill, we can hit them with the Hydro Cannon. So a nice undercharge there, getting that extra energy. And will we come in with Clodsire, or am I going to go for a Play Rough catch? Ooh, I did go for the Play Rough catch, but it looks like I was locked in the Ice Fang animation. Oh, that's unfortunate, because look, it was a Play Rough. But now we can just shield. We can go for another Hydro. They will be forced to throw soon. I do go for it this time, and they hold their energy, but fortunately for us, it's a Jumpluff in the back. So that is good. We can go for our super effective Sludge Bombs. They're going to start using their shields. We can take Energy Ball, Acrobatics. Either one is okay here. It is an Acrobatics that still won't two-shot, it looks like. So if they were the Shadow, maybe. But they're not, so we're going to get off these Sludge Bombs. They know they can live one. These Poison Stings are honestly adding up, and at this point, I'm probably thinking I can come in with Feraligatr and Ice Fang them down and come for the win, which is exactly what I do. They come back in with the Azumarill, which is great, because now, if they shield this and take us out, we're going to win either way, because we're close to a Sludge Bomb loaded. They do not have a move loaded on the jump left. So if they take us out here, yeah, we're just going to Poison Sting down. We already have the Sludge Bomb loaded. They'd have no move ready to go, and we're able to take that win. So that was a match where it actually did benefit us, and it actually looks like it's going to benefit us again. So Ice Fang Feraligatr. So the reason I'm staying in this matchup and not switching out is because this is actually the first time I played this matchup, but I realized they were at 50% HP and I hadn't even thrown a move. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Fang, double shield, full farm down, and come out with a bunch of energy loaded. I come out with 2 Hydros. They come in with a Wiggly, so I will instantly get off this Hydro, and then I'm at another one, so I can throw it instantly. Not going to worry about DRE there, so I'm just going to throw it. And we actually grab a shield back and get valuable chip damage, and then we have perfect alignment. So just like that, we won the game. They are going to throw a move here, but the Skolark has no chance, just going for Shadow Punches. It doesn't do 50%. My opponent knows they have no chance, and they resign the match. So yeah, every single Morpeko lead we saw, we ended up just farming all the way down and double shielding because that seemed like the best strategy. This Talonflame actually stays in, but you actually do outpace to the first move, which is pretty cool. And obviously their Incinerates are still resisted. They will go for the Fly. Can we outpace the next move? This time we're going, I think I went for a Rage Fist catch there, but wasn't successful. They didn't throw right away, so I overfarmed for some reason. Now we're going to get off the Aerial Ace. This will be enough to take out. The reason I just threw it away is because I was worried about them Rage Fisting and then going for an Ice Punch. Here we just farmed up, make them throw their energy. They do take us out, and then now we can just come right back in with Feraligatr. We actually outpace to the move, which is nice. Get off this Hydro. They do shield. I go for a catch there. We were unsuccessful. We can comfortably take any move here on Clodsire. Brave Bird will hurt, but they actually just go for the Fly. And then it is a Shadow Salamence in the back, which basically gets one shot by the Sludge Bomb there. They will go for the Fly and take us out, but we get the Ice Fang down. And now we're going to be able to get the full farm down or to the move before they can make a move, and we will in that game. Corsola. Okay, so this is a matchup where we actually wish we had Shadow Claw, because that would be super effective and we would have a pacing advantage. Now we hardly have a pacing advantage. We basically pace the same and we're not doing super effective damage with our fast move. So this is a pretty poor matchup. And I believe I played this pretty poorly if I remember correctly too. I believe I let them, oh no, I think that was a CMP tie on the next Nightshade. So that could be huge. They let that go. I will let this go. Soft lose the lead. That's fine. And they actually come in with Diggersby so that they do have an energy lead so they can get off the Fire Punches, but they actually overfarm and play to a CMP tie that they do not win. We're going to get off this Energy Ball. That does about 50% on the Diggersby. Let's see, are they running Fire Punch or Hyper Beam? They are running the Fire Punch. They have more than enough energy to get to another one, but we are not threatened, even though it is buffed this season. Look how little damage that does. Even 3 still don't take out the non-Shadow Jump buff, so that is crazy. We farm up, tie them on CMP, and then they actually come in with Primeape. At this point, I can let this go. They did CMP. This will not take out, and we will get off this Aerial Ace. If they shield, we can probably make another one, unless they CMP tie, which they don't, but I was anticipating that they would, so I didn't throw, so that's a little bit unfortunate. They actually go for a close combat there, which is crazy, and then I overfarm, CMP. This is a whole mess of a game so far, playing this absolutely horribly, but we still probably will get this win just because we have just the Primeape in the back, and that Corsola is so low. So we will get the farm down, the resisted farm down, and we'll take that win. Okay, this is another lead where we wish we had Shadow Claw. I was hoping my opponent would switch out because they're on Powder Snow, but they were smart enough to stay in this lead matchup and check for the fast move. They do get off a Side Shock. I overfarm, and then I play to the CMP tie on their next move. And they let that go, so unfortunately I'm probably going to have to let this go as well. I probably could resisted farm them down, but then they snipe with more Pekka, so that was pretty nice. But we do have a good answer here. This is only a Psychic Fang, so we're more than comfortable with living in this here. And then we're going to over farm. I'm probably just going to go straight Sludge Bomb. There's no point really in me going for Earthquake. Morpeko is so glassy, and these Poison Stings are adding up. At this point, they're dark, so I will respect the Aura Wave here, especially with our defense dropped, and they do. And now we can go for the over farm. We didn't really need to actually, so we're just going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb here. They double shield the Morpeko, which is interesting because this can only be another Psychic Fangs, and while it is like triple boosted at this point because our defense is lowered, and we actually, we're going to get to the move at the same time, so we actually catch the next Psychic Fangs, clear all those debuffs on the Clodsire, get the catch. That is nice. This could only be another Psychic Fangs, I think, so I let this go. Yeah, I'm not really sure what my opponent's doing there. Now I'm going to go for the full Fairy Wind farm down. We get it. It's Ninetales in the back. I tried to go for the Fairy Wind farm down. Looks like it wasn't going to work, so I have to throw if I don't want to be taken out. And then it's Umbreon in the back. So really unfortunate that I didn't throw there because it would have been nice to have this HP. Fortunately, we do get off the Earthquake, and it was still on good timing, not really giving them any free snarls. Can we make it to another move is the question. It looks like we're going to shield, and we're going to try. They get off the foul play. We are going to make it to only this Sludge Bomb probably before they outpace the next move. I have a feeling they were only one away. They have to throw, and we do have super effective Airy Winds, and Snarl is not a hard-hitting move, so we might be able... We actually make it to the Aerial Ace on 1 HP, and we are able to still take this game, despite the misplays. Close one there, but we were able to take the win. Okay, next match, Morpeko. Okay, so you saw how this played out the first time. We're probably going to do the exact same thing. Second time, we are not throwing our move here. If they have good IVs, I wonder if that flips the matchups, because I noticed... No, it looks like they're... I mean, even if they went straight Psychic Fangs, I'm curious. I'm really interested in this matchup just because I think it could be meta relevant, but... and then they come in with Starmie, so I am, unfortunately, only going to get off one move here, probably, unless they double shield, but we are going to come in with the Jump Left. We don't really want our Clodsire to see this, so we get Switch, but at a shield deficit. They could have either Ice Beam or Power Gem, but most of them were on Power Gem, so I am okay. And they're actually on Thunder, so that's okay for us there because that's only neutral. We actually get off the Aerial Ace, they let that go, and it is a Tropius in the back, so my opponent doesn't know this yet, but they have lost the game. We have a Clodsire, and we have a Jump Left. I actually go for, I think, an Aerial Ace catch there. I was unsuccessful, but now they're on... Now they can spam out these Leaf Blades, but there's no point because we are going to get the 2 Sludge Bombs. Clodsire is way too tanky. Yeah, and 2 Sludge Bombs are going to be enough to take out. So even if they're at back-to-back Leaf Blades here, which I don't think they are, that will not take out. And my opponent knows that. I know that. This Sludge Bomb will KO, and we're going to take that win. Okay, into the next match. Vigoroth, what a blast from the past. Okay, this is a matchup where it's nice not having Shadow Claw, right? Obviously, that would be double resisted. Here, we're at least doing neutral damage, but they're also doing neutral damage. We're both doing non-stab, basically counter clones, which is crazy. So this is purely going to come down to like bulk and pacing. And it looks like Feraligatr was going to lose that matchup, so I actually... I give it up, and I come in with Jump Left because I do have 2 counter resist in the back, so I probably should have come in with one of my back Pokemon a little earlier on. We unfortunately aren't able to get the KO before they make it to another move, but this is probably only another Body Slam, so we let that go. And what is in the back is a Lantern, and they are on Spark, so they will be doing neutral damage here, but Energy Ball is super effective, and if this is their hardest answer to a Jump Left, I have a feeling they're weak to this in the back, but I'm also hoping that maybe they're just weak to Clodsire, and Clodsire with a shield is still very strong here, and they actually have a Trevenant in the back, and they let me get an energy advantage before they come in, and they don't even throw a Surf to at least grab a shield, so at this point we're going to get off The Sludge Bomb, we're going to come in Feraligatr, force their energy, they throw right away, so that's nice. And now we're just going to come back in with a Clodsire. This means we can outpace to the next move, and if they decide to shield this up, we can outpace to another, I believe. So I will let this go. Shadow Ball does hurt, but they are close to a Surf, so I did want to save a shield, right? But now I know I can just farm up to back-to-back Sludge Bombs, their energy dry on the Trevenant, so this Sludge Bomb will KO the Lantern, and the next Sludge Bomb will KO the Trevenant. And we are able to take that win. So a little bit of a Clodsire sweep there. But Feraligatr not having Shadow Claw there was kind of nice. And just as I say that, here's a matchup where Shadow Claw would be really nice. That being said, on 6, we're going to catch a double resisted Grass Knot on our jump left here. And that is brutal. They come in with Mandibuzz, and they're actually on Air Slash, so their pacing is going to be worse, but they are going to be doing super effective damage with their fast move, which is actually a little bit unfortunate here. The Shadow Jumpluff, I believe, can win the 2s against Mandibuzz if they're on Snarl. But that has absolutely nothing to do with this matchup, so I'm not really sure why I even mentioned it. We are going to get off these Aerial Aces, and these Fairy Winds, they'll do a little bit of damage. It is super effective. Obviously, Mandibuzz is so bulky, it doesn't really matter. But we do get them in the yellow, and they do throw right away. So this is decent for us, because now we can come back in with Feraligatr, get the Ice Fang down, and they don't make another move because they're running Air Slash. And then they come back in with the Cresselia here. We get off a Hydro Cannon, that does decent damage, and then we catch a neutral Grass Knot onto our Clodsire here. They seriously need to stop throwing right as they get to the move. And then they come in with Stunfisk, Unova Stunfisk, but for some reason they're not on Thundershock, they're on Mud Bomb, I think, or Mud Shot, which is very, very strange. And they do let that go, so at this point they're in Ice Fang down, so I'm going to let this go and save 2 shields for Feraligatr, because that is my win con, and we should be able to get the full farm down here. They don't make a move, and now we can just go for the full Ice Fang down. There's no way in hell are they getting to 3 Grass Knots there after catching 2 of them, so my opponent resigns, and we take that win. Here's another match where it would be nice to have Shadow Claw, and we actually come in with our hard answer in Jumpluff there. Both resist counter, but Clodsire is not great because of the Poison Sting, and it would have been nice to kind of draw this out, but unfortunately we don't, and we do want to get at least one super effective move off here, because we can't really, Dugong's tough for this team. We can't really go for a double resisted Ice Fang down. Fortunately, they do let us make it to another move. Do they know this is an energy ball is the question. They don't, which is massive, and they let that go. We flip switch. At this point, I will come in with Clodsire most likely. And this is a pretty evenish matchup. They do have an energy lead, but we do have a health advantage, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Fortunately, they just go straight Rage Fist. They're probably running Rage Fist close combat. They will get off another move. It is just another Rage Fist. I'm over farming slightly here, gonna get off this Earthquake. This will threaten a knockout, it just quite doesn't. And now we have these Sludge Bombs where we can threaten the Azu. They do shield. I go for a Ice Beam catch. I'm unsuccessful. This is going to be really hard to win. I'm not really seeing a win con at the moment. This Azumarill is going to be very hard to get through. Fortunately, we might be able to get to 2 Hydros before they can take us out. And no, they are going to get to a play rough here. This might take us out. It's going to leave us probably deep in the red. Yeah, we actually make it to another Hydro. That's huge. I'm going for a full undercharge here. Oh, they caught on the Annihilate, which is massive, but we actually are close to a Sludge Bomb here. It leaves it on 1 HP, Ice Fang versus Bubble, and we are able to take that win. And look at that. That is a 5-0 to end the set with Ice Fang Feraligatr. So, Sims say it's worse. I think in these matchups, we did see that it was worse. I think Feraligatr just in general is a really strong Pokemon. I think the way that they Sims look at Feraligatr, it's not as an energy lead. And we obviously try to get an energy or shield advantage for the Feraligatr because we've got two bulky Pokemon in the back. That being said, I do think this is actually more of a side grade to Feraligatr. I think it has unique niche play, and I think it'll come out in very specific metas, maybe whatever cup that they introduce where, I don't know, maybe there's like just water and grass, and I think there's a cup, the color cup later in the season where it's just grass, fire, water, and electric, where having Ice Fang Feraligatr, maybe if they have a fire on the lead, you come in with Ice Fang Feraligatr, they think it's just a regular Feraligatr, they switch into their grass, like their Jumbluff or whatever, and then you get the Ice Fang farm. So it might have some niche play, but I do think overall it's just a side grade. Obviously, I upgraded a couple things in this video. You see the ELO, we're going to have that on those videos now. And then I also have the turn duration as well as how many turns it takes to get the charge moves. So hopefully that's a welcome change. I've thought about this for a while, and I saw another YouTuber, Dan Ottawa, use it, and I thought that was just a nice addition. So I wanted to introduce it to my graphic as well. But yeah, that's the video. That is Ice Fang Feraligatr. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, peace.